Power here, and welcome back to a new video. Unfortunately, I do have some sad news, and that is going to be about the Pokemon trading card game shutting online. And I also have a little bit of a channel update, which will come at the end of the video, and then I might do a stadium card reveal, because there was a new stadium reveal that I do think is pretty interesting. So, probably for the reason why you clicked on this video, Pokemon trading card game online, Pokemon TCGO, will be sunsetting on June 5th. This is basically when it will be removed from the Google Play Store, the App Store, and from Pokemon.com. And at 9 AM Pacific time, this is when that will take place. And at that same time, the game servers will go offline, so basically the game you won't be able to play it. So yeah, kind of sucks. We can also read this just down here. Dear TCG fans, at the end of January, we announced that digital Pokemon TCG products launched after March 1st would no longer be supported in Pokemon TCGO to help ensure that development resources are dedicated to making Pokemon TCG Live the best experience possible for players. Which I think we can all agree hasn't really worked out very well, has it? You know, it's been how many years now with Pokemon TCG Live? Last year or so? And honestly, it's just not felt like a very good game, to be honest. Like, there's just so many issues regarding bugs. There is, some decent experiences out there. I've heard about people who've been enjoying Pokemon TCG Live, been having a blast with it. And that's cool and all. Like, if you've been having a good experience with this game, then that's great. But I think for the majority of players, this is like a massive step down from Pokemon TCGO. There's just a lot less that you can do, even though I do support the idea of crafting over trading. TCGO was just a way more polished client in terms of what you could do and overall features. And of course, game performance, which is a pretty big deal because, of course, you have to play through these long games. You want everything to run smoothly, and that just doesn't happen very often with TCG Live. Now, it does go on to say about the same on June 5th, 2023 at 9 AM PDT time. Pokemon Trading Card fumbling words today. Pokemon TCG Online will be removed from the App Store, Google Play, and Pokemon.com, and then the servers will be shut down. Development team is grateful for all the community support of this game. Witnessing your contributions throughout the years shows how strong and invested the digital TCG community is. This passion has flourished with new and old players alike, and we cannot wait to see this community grow with Pokemon TCG Live. That's a bold statement, to say the least, but we'll carry on. We're excited to announce that on June 8th, 2023, the Pokemon TCG Live game will officially launch. I thought it officially launched anyway, but apparently not. Apparently we've still been in a beta. So to celebrate our community and the end of the global beta, any player who logs into Pokemon TCG Live between May 2nd, 2023 at 10 AM PDT through June 6th, 2023 at 10 AM PDT will receive a special gift that includes unique global beta coin, deck box, and card sleeves. So this is their way of saying, like, yippee, this other game is shutting down and this game is launching for real this time. But the thing is, it's just a deck box, a coin, and sleeves, all of which you probably could have bought for several hundred gold coins that you already have a ton of, because TCG Live really shoves gold coins in your face. So it's not that we needed these to be given to us for free, but, whatever. I much would have preferred crystals, but of course that was too much to ask. But anyway, we will move on. With these dates announced, it is important to note that players can still migrate their accounts even after the servers have been shut down, so that is important to know. There's currently no assigned cutoff date for migrating your account and collection. Should that change, we'll update the community in advance of any final migration cutoff. In the meantime, we invite you to take the opportunity to read here about what to expect before and after migrating your account to Pokemon TCG Live. So you won't be able to play TCGO beyond this date, but you will still be able to migrate your account if you really want to delay it any further than that. As we look to the future, we can't wait to share with everyone how Pokemon TCG Live will evolve and improve with your help. We are committed to working alongside this amazing community to create the premier digital Pokemon TCG experience that all types of players can enjoy. Hopefully that means the casual side as well, because right now TCG Live doesn't really support casual that much. Thank you for your contributions and support during the global beta. And that's by the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live development team. So this is what you'll be getting essentially, a bunch of sleeves, deck box, and coins. I doubt anyone will use probably, but free stuff, I guess, yay. But yeah, honestly, Honestly, well, how I feel about this is obviously like my opinions on this matter really haven't changed in the last few months. Like I've given Live enough time to prove that it's a worthy game and a worthy successor to TCGO. And honestly, it's just not doing it for me. It's really not. The performance is better than it was, but honestly, the slow and tedious animations, how kind of like bland and futuristic everything looks. I get the aesthetic they were going for, but nothing looks that good, to be honest. It doesn't feel like a great game. It doesn't feel like a great game to play either. It doesn't look very good. It's just got a ton of issues relating to performance. It doesn't have all of the expanded cards, so there's an even more limited card pool. So there's very few ways to actually shake it up and play the game if you're bored of standard. I think back to Pokemon TCGO, you could like play the theme deck ladder if you really wanted to, or play against the trainer challenge. You could spend time chatting to people if you really want to do that. You could do trading. There's just a lot more stuff you could do on TCGO. But on TCG Live, it just feels like a much weaker game, at least as of right now. But that'll be the end of that portion of today's video, not to derail into a complete TCG Live rant. But effectively, one thing I really want to talk about in today's video and kind of like why I wanted to hit record is there is going to be a bit of a shakeup regarding content moving into May and June. So effectively, there is some stuff happening in June that I will need to take care of. And basically, it means that I won't be able to record any new content in June until the end, basically. So like last few days, last week or so. However, that doesn't mean there's not going to be any content throughout June. I will still have pre-recorded videos that I'll upload during June. However, these videos, of course, will not be like brand new content. Of course, they won't be like anything such as deck profiles from the latest set, how they evolved. They will most likely be like, well, I don't want to spoil what they're going to be, but there is going to be some like TCGO videos, final goodbyes kind of stuff. There's also going to be some, I think there was a tier list planned, but I might have scrapped that idea. There is some like interesting concepts. So I'm looking forward to sharing those videos with you guys, but of course it does mean there will be a lot less content moving into June. There might be less content in May. It's hard to say right now. It just depends on like how organized I am really and how much I can get done. But basically, if there's, a ton of new card reveals and stuff, I'll of course try and do them as soon as possible. But basically, massive content shakeup moving into June. So do bear that in mind if you think through the like release schedule of the videos starts to go a bit haywire. It starts to be like 2 videos a week or something as opposed to 1 video every 2 or 3 days. But it will, of course, give me a decent break and a chance to refresh, ready for the summer. So yeah, bit of a June shakeup for content. But if we go to the homepage on PokeBeach, we can actually talk about, well, there is like several new card reveals and stuff to talk about actually. There was, actually we could talk about the fossils. I guess that's like an interesting place to go. So basically, they're shaking up again how you use fossils in Pokemon Card 151. And we have to assume this is going to apply to like the remainder of fossils in Scarlet and Violet. I'm assuming they will, bring back most fossil cards. So Old Dome Fossil will evolve into Kabuto. And so basically they're not using like unidentified or rare fossil. They're going back to using fossils that evolve specifically into a stage 1 and then of course rare candy into a stage 2. So Old Dome Fossil is basically the same as an unidentified fossil, but it does have the ability, Dome Armor, that says this Pokemon takes 3 less damage from attacks, which is pretty cool, to be honest. It'd be nice to see if all these like unique fossils all have their similar kind of abilities, or if they all do something unique. So some take less damage, some maybe are immune to special conditions, maybe some of them, I don't know, take no damage on the bench or something, for example. They could do some cool things with this, so I'm honestly looking forward to it. There has not been an Aerodactyl revealed, although it is confirmed for the set, so I'm interested to see what Aerodactyl does, but we did see some of the other fossils revealed. Actually, these might be the only fossils in Gen 1. I can't remember like every Pokemon in Gen 1, but yeah, we got some fossils. This Omastar is kind of cool. It says, as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's active Pokemon can't retreat. And then Aqua Split does 90 damage for 2 Water Energy, and then 30 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon, which is honestly pretty decent. Honestly, like the best application I can think of Omastar is either in an alternate format like GLC or EAB. So in GLC, water control is already a bit of a prevalent thing. There's stuff like Wugtrio, there's stuff like Seaking, Floatzel, there's definitely some cool control pieces, and this could definitely fit that niche quite nicely because being able to prevent your opponent from treating is obviously very strong in a stall deck. So could definitely see that being pretty good. We've also got a Kabutops, which maybe isn't so strong. It increases weakness from your opponent's active Pokemon as 4 times instead, which in theory is amazing, but it just means that you'll have to tech this in as like a fossil and a rare candy and a Kabutops, which sounds kind of awkward. In some alternate formats, which I know no one cares about EAB, but truthfully, EAB, this could be a very cool card because obviously you just slap it on the bench and then all of a sudden Ancient Logic is working. So yeah, seems like a pretty cool card for alternate formats. Maybe GLC because healing, to be fair, is pretty good, but yeah, just something I thought was worth bearing in mind for the fossils. There is also, if it will load correctly, is we have Cycling Road that was revealed. So basically, this is kind of like a mini Greninja that says once during each player's turn, that player may discard a basic energy from their hand, and if they do, that player draws a card. Just a really cool stadium, to be honest. There's been like a massive influx lately of really cool playable stadiums, and this is no exception. So I think it's really cool, to be honest. And yeah, that's really all there is to say in this video. It's been a lot of new stuff, a lot of new developments, a lot of new news. But of course, it's been Aim with Power. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about all the news down below. And yeah, thank you for watching.